Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the RSC. Tonight we have the rival and veteran finals, and producing for us here tonight is Tuxedo Marx, and joining me, as usual, is my partner in crime, MD. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Feeling pretty good. Definitely excited because in RSC, these are the two tiers that are the closest because they are directly in the middle. So we're going to be seeing pretty much very similar play styles because the top of rival could contend with almost any team in veteran, in my opinion. So I'm very excited to see how this is going to turn out. Obviously, tonight we have Iris versus Ion Imperial. So we have Flower Road and 5 o'clock Nowhere. Now, tell me, Mr. Sauce Boss 36, full name, government name. What do you know about I guess, kind of what we're expecting tonight? I mean, I think we have a bit of a weird bracket this time out. I don't think it's what we necessarily expected.
Yeah, so tonight we have a little bit of an odd bracket. So we have Iris, number one seed on the one side, but on the lunar side, but here on the solar side, number three Ion Imperial actually took down both the number two and the number one seed. And the difference between the number three of the Ion Imperial and the number one of the Ocelots in solar, it wasn't 4 or 5 games, it was 10. 10 whole games, and they still took them out in the semifinals. So Ion Imperial has a very good stretch going right now, but also can be said for Iris as they are on a hot streak, have won all of their matches, and as the number one seed too, not really too worried for them. But Ion Imperial look like they can do some real damage here in the play or in the finals.
All right, so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some player stats here. I believe we're going to go ahead and look at Iris first because we do actually have those because we managed to get everything situated on our end at the very least. So looking at the looking at the stats so far, the only player to have played every single game is Luminous. So I'm fully expecting Luminous to be on the field tonight, putting out 53 goals on 182 shots, 29.12 shooting percentage. I mean, that's pretty impressive numbers. Just kind of across the board, everybody seems to be sharing the ball.
Yeah, definitely sharing the ball. Luminous definitely pulling more of the assists and saves, but Dunny and Cognitixn are really putting together the shot percentage, both basically at 40%. And then demo wise, it's been a bit even between Cognitixn and Luminous, but we'll look to see some very good team play out of Luminous sharing the ball around.
Yeah, I'm definitely expecting to see them pass the ball around. Maybe it just get some infield passes, passes off the wall, just anything to try to break down the defense that we are fully expecting to see come out of Ion Imperial as we go ahead and take a look at their stats. I mean, we do see Iris does have some good saves, but looking across the side on the orange side for Ion Imperial, we have Chase, GreatHonda, and X Draco. It looks like they all pretty much evenly shared playtime throughout the season. Everybody over 40 games played, but I guess we're expecting Draco to be either Draco or Pandaliciously to be the strikers, as they are both over 30% on the season.
Yeah, and it looks like the sharing the games, having a little bit of an even season between all four players, hasn't gone too bad for them. 37 and 27 on the season isn't too bad at all. Over 500%, obviously, for making it into the finals. But GreatHonda has the most assists right there, so he's probably going to be looked to be the main passer. Actually, just got out of scrims, warming these boys up before the match, had to help out. But they looked very good in scrims. Chase and GreatHonda especially, they were pretty much on top of the ball always. They were playing great. And GreatHonda also going to be a big shooter tonight with those 45 goals.
And once again, we're looking at the demo stats. All of them seem to be sharing a little bit of the bloodlust there, but Pandaliciously coming in with 60 demos on the season, actually the most demos out of all the players on both sides. So I guess we're fully expecting Pandaliciously to be the one to do the bulk of the dirty work, I guess you would say. Stats just disappeared for some reason. Love to see that happening. NA production, everybody. All right, we're going to go ahead and I think get the teams on the field now. So we got 2 teams coming in. Obviously, we have the 1 seed of Lunar, the 3 seed of Solar. Both teams looking to come away with the rival championship. Let's go ahead and get everything started as we're starting to get everybody on the field.
I'm excited for this matchup. 2 very good teams. One more likely the underdog out of Ion Imperial, having that lower seed and the lower win percentage overall in the season. But this could go either way. Iris could dominate. They've had a great stretch in the last few games, or in the last few match days at least. But again, playoffs has been a little bit different. They've been very even with the lower seed against the lower seeded. Both went 4-2 in that last matchup in semifinals, but it looks like Iris is going to draw first blood tonight.
Pandaliciously did not get a very good clear there, just dropped it right out to Luminous, who puts a crossbar down. Great start by Iris, taking the early lead.
Great job by them. Great team play, getting it off the backboard, just right on top of him, Bardowski. Then they're going to be looking for another setup right here, already trying to put some more pressure on. Another shot comes out by Chase this time, but not really going their way. And then they're stuck on defense right now too. Honda's trying to work the ball over, not able to carry it up. Panda gets a nice 50 right there, dropping it down to Chase, but again, just way too high. Honda's just trying to keep up possession, but it's not going right now.
Oh boy, goes right across the crossbar there. Pandaliciously unable to get the touch. Chase is there, puts it to the back post, but Cognitixn is able to clear this away. Dunny's going to put this off the sidewall, maybe continue, goes for the shot. Is it going to go in? It is upper 90, a great shot from Dunny.
Fantastic shot all the way from half field and right to the top right too. That's elite ball placement right there. Nobody could get to that, just too far up and to the right. No way you're going to get there. Ion Imperial are not doing so hot right now. It is only a minute in, but they're going to want to try and get something on the board before anything too drastic happens late in the game.
Absolutely. You want to make sure you try to get your footing here. This is definitely a lot different compared to how almost every other playoff final has gone. It seems like every team has taken different approaches to this. Dunny gets a flick over to Luminous. Luminous managed to put a shot on target. Dunny with the demo, and Iris are just putting the foot to the floor and making sure that Ion Imperial are not able to get settled into this game.
Yeah, already a 3-0 lead here with still 3.5 minutes left to go. Not a whole lot of time has even passed. We're gonna need to see a lot more out of Ion Imperial. Maybe work a little solo plays into control, and you might be able to work it around. They've had some decent possession and a little bit of pressure as well, but they haven't really been able to work any passes up. They just haven't been able to follow hardly at all. GreatHonda just doesn't get his correct touch, and he's gonna get beat out by Dunny. This one's gonna fall back to the middle. Cognitixn there, and then this one gets around him too. This is another dangerous position for them. 50-50 on the net, and some double commits come out too.
Chase trying to get that ball away from Cognitixn, but it goes all the way to the corner. Chase down to the middle. Is anybody can get there? No. Luminous unable to get the touch. GreatHonda has to run back, try to get a 50 and does. Pandaliciously turning, leaves it. Oh, man, there's so much going on right now. Cognitixn getting some demos, just trying to make sure nobody's back for any of these saves. And there's just absolutely unrelenting pressure from Irish right now, and Ion Imperial just need to stem this flow. There's just so much going on for them. They need to get something going.
And it looks like they're just panicking a lot. Honda hasn't had really any boost to work with, and he's still going after the ball with 0 and even 12. It's just not going to be able to do a whole lot with 0 boost. You can't cover a lot of space. You can't bang the ball down very far. And you're not really going to be setting up a whole lot of plays, and you got to find a way to conserve that just to keep your team alive. This one could be dangerous. Panda just able to catch it a little bit. Cognitixn there, and this one's going to drop dangerously into the front before Chase is able to clear it away. But now they have a little bit of a counterattack, but they need some 50s to come their way. Chase already up in the air, but again, 0 boost, and I think that's been the big determiner of their problems tonight so far.
Absolutely. I mean, Iris has had complete and total boost control at the moment. I and Imperial have just not been able to maintain anything going here. Almost a 50 comes out from Luminous. Chase is able to clear the ball away, but it doesn't go very far. It's right back into the hands of Iris. Finally, Panda's going to try to clear this. Dunny is there. Pops it over the wall. Another shot coming out from Dunny, but Chase is there all day. Luminous to the backboard, maybe looking for a pass. Panda's going to clear this. It's over to Honda. Cognitixn going for the shot here. A great save from Chase, and they survived this attack for right now, but with basically just a minute to go, I don't know if they could do anything to even come back here. I mean, at this point, is it just all said and done?
It's not quite all said and done. I've seen more goals than 3 go off in this short amount of time, but in the finals, it's more than likely going to be over here for game 1. But that's a great way to start into game 2, but now you're back in it. It's 47 seconds isn't that far to come down from 2 games. But you always want to come off a loss on a stronger note. You want to be the last one to score a goal. You want to feel better going into that next game. You don't want to fall behind.
This could possibly just be some stream match jitters. It does happen to everybody at one point or another. Ion Imperial are managing to at least stay in contention at the moment, but Iris just seems to be the stronger team. The ball goes flying over Luminous there, but Dunny's able to put it back into the corner. Chase collects it. Cognitixn's there, gets a 50 all the way across. Luminous is going to collect this. Maybe looking for a pass to the middle. Nobody there. Panda clears it away. Cognitixn's there to the backboard. Dunny trying to get the read, but does not bounce the way that he was expecting. Chase gets a 50. It's going to drop down off the ceiling. 10 seconds to go, and unless Ion Imperial scores fast here, this is going to be game 1 done and dusted. A very strong start by Iris, as this ball is going to finally hit the ground after a great 50 on the last save there by Cognitixn. Iris will take game 1.
That was a great game by Iris. Their team play was working up really well. They got the 3 goals pretty quickly off the bat. 1.5 minutes in, they were up by 3. Ion Imperial, they looked really good in that last minute or minute and a half, actually getting their first goal off, and they were putting up some great saves, and Iris wasn't really able to generate too much offense. They were just kind of stuck in the midfield and kind of the corners until Ion was able to start putting some pressure on Iris, as they almost even got 2 goals off in the last few seconds there, forcing the Iris defenders to pinch it off the crossbar and down. We actually saw 2 of those saves come off, one from Ion Imperial as well.
Yeah, and looking at the save stats, I mean, it's not like Ion Imperial weren't putting shots on net, because Iris ended up having to save 12 shots. So they were putting shots on net. They just weren't falling. So maybe they make some good adjustments into the next game. I'm not sure exactly what to expect here. Do you think Ion Imperial's maybe going to go try to bump and demo to get more time on the ball? Or do you expect them to maybe just start passing infield a little bit more?
I think the demos are a pretty good idea. We saw one of them was, I think it was Pandaliciously had the most demos out of any player here tonight. But it was, and also with a smaller amount of games played too. But I think just demos might throw off the defense a little bit of the Iris team. But again, like, your demo only takes them out for 3 seconds. It could go good either way. If you demo Chase, it might hurt your team a little bit more. But if you can work those demos in along the rotations on the way back, on the way towards the ball, it might just benefit your team enough to generate just enough chaos to open up some passing lanes or shooting lanes.
We've definitely seen nothing happening as of yet. Kind of been a little bit of back and forth, more like what we would typically expect from a game 1 now happening in game 2. Honda getting a good 50 there in the corner, but Luminous is able to clear this away. Chase gets a touch, maybe dropping to Honda. It's cleared away. Panda's last back gets a 50. It's going to go off the backboard if Cognitixn doesn't get to there. Cognitixn gets a touch. Panda getting a bump, but Cognitixn pre-jumps the shot, and now Chase just has to reset this, try to buy some time for his team to get back.
Yeah, we saw the bump come out of Pandaliciously. That's what I was talking about earlier, just to generate enough chaos. And the opportunity was there, just a little bit out of place. It wasn't able to take the shot. but they're holding strong pretty well right now. The ball is working its way back to Ion Imperial players. Then they're not passing too much. GreatHonda's going to have to make a good save right there. He does, but Pandaliciously doesn't have any boost, and then he's going to forfeit control right there. They're going to have to find a way to grab boost and stay out of the play if they're not really in a position to make too much happen. If just work the pad lanes back, and things might go a little bit more well for you on counterattacks and such like that.
Panda tried to slow the game down, but immediately got challenged by Cognitixn. GreatHonda has control, gets it off to the sidewall. Immediately 50 by Cognitixn again. Pandaliciously is there for the shot. Can they get it? No. Luminous with the great save. Dunny's going to pop this out to Luminous. Gives it back to Dunny, but Chase reads it the whole way. Maybe looking for a second touch here. Unable to get it. Ball's banged clear. Panda's there. Maybe looking for backboard. Is anybody there? Dunny gets a touch. Chase looking for the shot. It's weak, so this should be an easy save. Doesn't even fall harmlessly towards the net. GreatHonda passes it to Panda. Panda looking for a pass to the middle. It's off the backboard by Cognitixn. Off the corner. Can anybody get a shot here? GreatHonda gets a touch, but it just goes up to the ceiling, and Cognitixn has an easy clear and sends this downfield.
Great defensive rally there for Iris, not letting that one go in, not letting the pressure build. There was some great rotations out of Ion Imperial, shots going one way, and always somebody to follow up. It was just that 17 boost out of that final player just wasn't able to make anything happen, and that's kind of what's been going so far here for the defense. There's always somebody ready to follow up in net, and the ball isn't able to go back towards mid to work a pass in the mid, and it hasn't really worked to generate any offense. They're going to need a demo to come back if they want those slow rollers across the net to work out.
Panda gets a great save and a great clear from Luminous's shot. GreatHonda is up, maybe looking for a touch. Panda looking for a demo, but misses Cognitixn. Cognitixn, great catch, but gets immediately challenged by Chase. Dunny is there, manages to clear the ball away, goes as far as Panda. GreatHonda is up. It's going to be 50'd into the corner. Can they get another touch? It's over to the middle. Good bump, but nobody is there to respond to the shot opportunity. And now Chase has to try to put this back center. GreatHonda is there. Can they get it? No, it is pinched off the crossbar. Unfortunate opportunity coming out from Ion here. They just need to get one goal. I mean, Iris has been a bit of a brick wall at the moment.
Yeah, brick wall. No, nothing going in. Quite a few saves already for them, and your shots, you would hope something can go in finally for if you're Ion Imperial. GreatHonda had the closest opportunity right there, just rushed it a little bit too quickly and put it off the crossbar. 50 comes out of Luminous, and Honda's got a decent bang, but Dunny just puts a light touch right there. Luminous not able to make anything happen, and Panda's gonna force a pinch back to the corner. I mean, so far the rotations for Imperial have been so solid, just being on offense almost the entirety of this game. Just haven't had to worry about defense at all. But again, you got to find something that works, and so far you got to work something to get that last guy out of the net.
Panda just sends this downfield, maybe looking to catch them off guard. Ball's going to bounce, and it's finally game 2 overtime here. Completely different story from game 1, as these teams now seem very evenly matched. Golden goal opportunity. We have to see if Ion Imperial is going to be able to stem the flow here and finally get another goal and at least a game win. Very similar in stats across the board, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that if you look at the scoreboard.
Oh, yeah, you are correct. 226, 224, 216. Everybody is actually really close on both sides of the ball. 2 shots for everybody on Ion Imperial. They just haven't been able to put anything in. And this one actually could be decent or a dangerous situation. Not going to happen, though, as the shot goes awry. Chase doesn't have any boost to make anything happen. This one could be a decent bang, but Cognitixn blocks it, and GreatHonda. No one's going to be up, nothing to follow. Dunny's going to drop it. Chase has a good bang. He just has to get it past. And now Cognitixn is trying to work a shot in as well, and they are stealing quite a bit of boost, and Pandaliciously the only one with any boost on the Ion Imperial side, and they're just having to work it, trying to get it out of their side. A little bit of momentum swing in the favor of Iris tonight, and late here in game 2. in overtime. GreatHonda misses. That could be
Uh-oh.
dangerous. Panda's got to make something happen. Able to block it away. But again, nothing has been too scary except for the one shot by GreatHonda that nearly went in. But nothing has been dangerous. Nobody's really been too worried.
Oh, that's a great 50 from Chase. Chase is going to end the game here. Dunny was trying to get this cleared out, maybe looking for a teammate, and Chase just reads it the whole entire way, gets the 50 with Cognitixn, puts it in the net, and sends Ion Imperial on to the win.
Yeah, straight touch by Dunny there. Just goes straight over the middle. Not really where you want to put a ball. And then Chase puts it right on top of the defender's dome and straight in, showing him I'm big on the goal line. And he tying the series back up 1-1 after 0 goals go by in the first 5 minutes of the game, having to go to overtime to finish it.
That was a great resolve by Ion Imperial. They just kept digging, trying to find anything, just trying to find a way through. Finally, just a stray touch allows Chase to get the touch that he needs in order to send it into the net. Great adjustments from Ion Imperial. You definitely see that they're a little bit more solid, definitely maybe not as nervous. And now Iris is put on the back foot a little bit. Now, obviously, the game was very close. Teams are just going back and forth, shot for shot, challenge for challenge. I guess we're going to probably see more of that in Game 3. I would be excited to see more of that, because if these games stayed this close, this is going to be a long series.
This is going to be a long series if it continues like that. We saw the shot difference between both teams. Ion Imperial having a lot more, but the saves department for Iris just wasn't nearly as high as what it was last game. So it looks like some of those shot lanes were getting open. Just some missed shots weren't able to force it in. Maybe we'll see a change up on the Iris side. Maybe they'll be able to work some shots. Maybe they'll be able to work some more offense in, but we'll have to see if their defense can hold up here in game number 3.
Luminous trying to get that to the middle, saved away by Chase. Shot to the back post there. GreatHonda gets a great touch. Luminous is there for the read. Honda immediately puts it back into the blue half. Dunny just trying to drop this to a teammate. Cognitixn was there, gets it to the corner, runs out of boost, and Chase is able to clear this away, but there's Dunny. Pass to the middle. Panda gets a touch. It's off the ceiling. Luminous just has to get a touch here, gets the save, manages to clear it away as well. Honda's there with a touch to the middle. It's going to be right over to Luminous if Cognitixn can get another touch here. Luminous gets a touch to the center, but no shot opportunity coming out. There's Dunny. Misses the touch. Chase bangs it upfield. Panda is there. Can Panda drop it to a teammate? Somebody got to be there. Great touch from Chase and a great pass from Panda. And now Ion Imperial is starting to feel it.
What a great pass play. I saw that one cooking up before it started. Chase got the touch right up to the backboard, and then one of them was up in the top left, or up on the backboard, drops it down, and easy shot right there. Finally getting your first lead in regular time, and now you want to keep it. You want to get up 2 games to 1 here in the finals. You don't want to fall too far behind, and they're working out really well. The defense has still held for this game, and the offensive pressure of Ion Imperial has not fallen off, and they've finally been able to work out these lanes. We'll see if they can put any more up in the next few minutes.
It's a great pass from Honda down to Panda. Dunny is able to clear this away. Honda looking for another touch, loses the 50 to Dunny. Dunny getting a bump on somebody there. Unfortunately, the ball does not fall into the center. Finally does, but it's able to get cleared out. Panda gets a demo on Luminous there. Honda gets a touch. Manages to beat 2 defenders here. Now just trying to chase it downfield. Everybody seems to be low on boost. Honda to the center. Panda is up, unable to get that touch. It was a great pass, but just no contact happening, unfortunately. Cognitixn is going to try to pass this to Dunny, who gets a touch, but Honda immediately challenges, and Dunny is able to get a 50. Chase trying to get the double tap opportunity. Cognitixn gets a great clear, and now we're suddenly just a little bit of boomer ball going on here. Finally, ball slows down just a little bit.
Honda no boost 50s going very well in his favor, and Luminous is going to be able to get another touch right there. Cognitixn almost puts it in, just too high and too far to the left. Not able to go in. GreatHonda's got a chance to pass this one back over the middle. Dunny is able to get a touch on it, slows it down, but now Chase is going to retain possession if Honda doesn't get a touch. Cuts off his teammate right there. Not what you really want to do when you have the offensive pressure. Panda's the only one back. Makes a good touch, but this one's going to go back in the net. Actually finds the angle. What a shot. Tie this game back up.
That is a great shot from Luminous there. Unreal angle to be able to slot that just far enough in. Panda was the only one back, and unfortunately, Chase and GreatHonda just were not in contention to be able to make that save. Got a great start here coming from both sides now. This is immediately, again, much different compared to game 2, where we just had a lot of just good 50s back and forth, and now the shooting seems to have opened up as both teams are starting to ramp it up.
Teams are ramping up the pressure. Already 1 goal on both sides. 2 minutes left to go in the game. And it looks like we're trying to play a little bit of corner ball now. Think times have changed. Didn't want to stay in the corner earlier. Now they are. And that demo comes out. And this one could be an easy goal. Unless Pandaliciously gets it. He does not. Dunny's going to put up 2-1 now. They have the lead and threatening a 2-1 lead in the series.
Great heads up off the ball play from Luminous there, getting the demo on 1, forcing Panda to jump early, and Dunny's able to just float it over the top, putting his team on top now. Iris are going to take the 2-1 lead, a minute 40 to go. There's still plenty of time for this game to take a drastic turn. Chase pops it over 1. It's off the backboard. Anybody there for the shot? Somebody is there! Like I said, the scoring has opened up. It is now 2-2.
They're going band for band right here. Chase puts it off the backboard. Great job by Pandaliciously, not double jumping, holding that second flip and flipping into it and getting a strong touch into the goal just to get it past the defender. Great heads up play by both of them to figure it out what was going on. Chase managed to keep it slow and retain possession. GreatHonda wants another shot. He doesn't. Not able to get it off. Chase is trying to work the exact same play he just cooked up beforehand. GreatHonda was underneath this time. He wasn't able to put it in, blocked away. Pandaliciously, all right, touch. This one could go in. Dunny missed it. Honda's going to have to make a save. He does. And now they retain offensive once again. Panda's going to work that boost. Great boost steal by him. Someone's got to bang that one out. Panda wants to make a pass down to mid. Not able to, and Honda's going to have to hold it here and maybe make a shot of his own. Not able to. Panda's trying to make a shot in. A little bit awkward. Does manage to get it saved away.
GreatHonda getting a touch to the middle here. Luminous is able to get the 50. Manages to clear the ball out, but Panda is there. It's right up to the backboard again. Can anybody get a touch? Panda dropping it down. Great heads up play. And now Ion Imperial takes the late lead.
Great shot right there. Low boost. Way to stay in the play, knowing it could drop straight down to you. It does, just not able to get a touch there by the defenders on the ceiling. A little bit too awkward, too quick going down. Great job putting it just right enough where they can't get back to it. Now the momentum has swung back and forth. We've seen leads from both sides, 3 lead changes already in this series. And now with only 18 seconds left, you got to make something happen quick if you're Iris. But you've only got a few seconds left, and you're on defense right now. If Ion Imperial keeps the rotations up strong, they're going to be able to keep them on defense the entire rest of this game. But now with it's going to drop right down. It's still up. Iris needs to keep this ball up, and it looks like it's going to drop, and Ion Imperial are going to take this 2-1 lead.
Ion Imperial managing to take the lead in the series and took the late lead in the game. Wow, that was a very good back and forth between both teams there. Good bumps off ball, good demos off ball. Everybody was just doing everything possible. Ion Imperial just happened to be the stronger team on this particular game. Really seems like they're starting to get in their flow now as the offense is absolutely ramped up. I mean, you see the shot difference by itself. I mean, 10 shots compared to 4? I mean, they were just on. They just had the pressure the whole entire game. And Iris, while it was close, it just seemed like they were struggling to really break out of their own half for a lot of this game.
Yeah, they were struggling the whole time, except for a few opportunities right there where they finally got their goals up. But their saves, they've only had 4 saves out of those 10 shots. Ion Imperial is finding the lanes to finally be able to get these shots on. and it's starting to work out for him. Maybe work the accuracy just a little bit better, and we could potentially see an absolute beatdown in one of these games. But Iris, they've had some really strong defense so far, and I think they're just gonna keep trying to rely on it in this next game, but you're not gonna be able to rely on it for long. Maybe work in a counterattack and might be able to sneak out a win here in game number 4.
I'd have to agree with you because a lot of times Ion Imperial have definitely been caught with all 3 players up, and if Iris are able to just bang it over everybody's head, they could absolutely just turn the tide on these games. So we just have to see if Iris starts to pick up on that just a little bit, as Cognitixn immediately gets a shot on target, but Panda is able to clear this away. Luminous touch back into the middle. Off the sidewall, gets the dunk. Is anybody there for it? No. GreatHonda is going to be able to clear this. Trying to beat everybody on the defense now. Panda's there, gets a 50. It's going to end up in the corner, but Luminous is able to get a 50 once again. It's just staying in Iris's half. It finally gets cleared up by Cognitixn, but Ion Imperial are absolutely on fire, just getting the touches they need to keep it into the blue half.
Yeah, doing a great job keeping it on the blue half. That one almost goes in, just not able to link up there. It was a great idea for the shot. Luminous has no boost. He's going to have to hold it there. Dunny's going to keep it back on the side. Does manage to get the double tap, but Panda 50s it. And now this is their chance to break out, but now they have no boost to make anything happen. Cognitixn does get a great boost steal right there. But again, just not able to make anything happen. Panda's got a little bit of time before he gets 50'd, but not able to wrangle it in time. Honda, not a great 50 by him. Cognitixn is up, looking for a shot. He does. Top left.
Top left bouncer coming out from Cognitixn. That was a great 50 from Dunny there to stop the ball in the air. Just a nice bouncer shot. Panda just wasn't in great position to be able to clear that away. Iris will take the early lead here, and they've got good momentum as they've had a lot of pressure now, at least in comparison to the last couple games. And Ion Imperial suddenly back on the back foot. They had momentum coming into this game, but they have to try to maintain They have to try to maintain the amount of pressure that they had without tiring themselves out too early. That's a great pass, but unfortunately the ball doesn't go anywhere. Never mind, Pandaliciously says, just tells me to shut up, puts the ball into the back of the net off of a great 50.
Telling him, I've been in the weight room, have you? He was not. Dunks it straight on top of him, putting it in the top of the net, and finally tying this one up. The goals are flying off once again, but it looks like Iris have finally found their stride as they go right back to it. They put the lead back on. Still 3 minutes left to go, and we've already seen 3 goals go off.
That is unfortunate. Panda was trying to get the touch, misreads it. Chase trying to literally chasing the ball, unable to get that touch, and Cognitixn is able to put it past everybody. That is a great 50 from Chase. Is Chase going to be able to get the goal? It's a kickoff goal. We have kickoff shenanigans, my favorite type of thing to see in Rocket League.
Band for band, kickoff goal on one side, kickoff goal on the other. Will we see another 2 kickoff goals go off? Maybe, maybe not. Rival has all of the surprises for us tonight right now.
Chase is going to take possession of the ball here. Are we looking at another kickoff goal opportunity? Oh my goodness, that would have been a great shot if he managed to get it. Honda was there too, but unfortunately the ball falls by the wayside. Now Panda has to try to maintain pressure on this, but the ball's just kind of ending up on the sidewall here. Finally, GreatHonda is able to get a touch, but Dunny was there waiting for it. Chase is going to pop this over everybody, but a pre-jump from Cognitixn is able to get the save. Ball falling close to the net, unable to get the touch that Panda wanted. It's going to be in the middle again, but Cognitixn is able to clear this away. A lot of good pressure coming out from both sides right now. Ion Imperial seemed to have the bulk of the pressure, but finally Iris decides to just slow the play down, considering that there was nobody challenging at the time.
It looks like slowing down the play might be a good play for them. It's worked out pretty well when they've done it, but they just haven't been able to capitalize on it quick enough. Because it's gotten around 2 players. Now Cognitixn has it, but they're not really working it past when they have the opportunity and are catching the defense out. They kind of hold back a little bit, trying to hope that their player can pull off a 1v3 or just at least take it over at least 2 players, and they're just being a little too hesitant to work a 1v1. But right here, Dunny has a little bit of momentum. He tries to use it, not able to put it on, but now you've made a great opportunity for your teammates. Try to work in a pass, not able to get it too far over the middle, and now Ion Imperial is going to take back possession just like that.
It's a demo in the midfield there by Luminous on Chase, so no passing opportunity to Chase here. Chase maybe should wait a little bit, finally decides to wait, gets a 50 off to the sidewall, unable to get the second touch here. Oh, that was very dangerous as Cognitixn was coming flying in to try to put that on net. Somebody can get a touch here, Panda unable to put it on target, and despite the fact that they had good pressure last game, now these touches that they're getting are not able to find their way to the net. That is a dangerous opportunity, but Luminous unable to put it on target.
Not able to get it on target, and the offensive pressure for Iris just hasn't lasted very long. They're not holding the ball on their side, on the Ion Imperial side, for more than a few seconds at a time. It's just like 10, 20 seconds and they lose possession of it, and it's straight back to defense. And
Oh
there
my.
it goes, miss on the back line. GreatHonda gets a goal right here, throwing off the defense just a little bit with the curveball.
I'm not sure exactly how that one falls, but Ion Imperial, I guess, kind of lucking out here as they get the third goal. Once again, they get the lead late into this game. Iris just needs to figure out exactly what's going on here. GreatHonda putting a shot on target, but Luminous is able to clear this. Chase gets a touch, but it's a little too far from him. Luminous trying to get a touch, unable to do so. Dunny is there, pass to the middle. Can Cognitixn get it? No, it is saved away. And now the ball's going to fall once again into Iris's half, and Ion Imperial are absolutely pouncing whenever it's on their side of the field.
Indeed, they're finally trying to work up the speed, and it's been working so far. Drops it down to Cognitixn. He's not able to put it in. They've got only 10 seconds left. They need to keep it on the Ion Imperial side if they want to make something happen. Right here, the chance comes by. Pandaliciously barely gets a touch. 1 second remaining. Cognitixn's got to keep it alive. Can he drop it down for his teammate fast enough? Not quite. Luminous is able to hold it up, and now the demos come out, and it's still alive, but not for long. 3-1 lead here in the rival final. Game point.
Oh boy, now we're on match point. So Iris has definitely got to be doing a little bit of talking here as we're, yapping for this 60 seconds. They got to figure out exactly how to turn this around because they started out hot. They had a great game one. But since then, Ion Imperial have made adjustment after adjustment to make sure that they stay in this game. They want this badly. They are trying so hard to win this. With one game left for them to win, you got to wonder, is Iris going to be, is Iris going to maintain some pressure, or are they going to start turtling up? Because I think that's something I'm starting to notice a little bit. Iris seem to be turtling up in their goal and allowing Ion Imperial so much space that the ball is just getting absolutely peppered on their backboard or the sidewall or whatever.
That is definitely when Ion Imperial's taking advantage of Iris. Whenever they're turtling up in the goal, they're not really making an effort to break out too hard. But whenever Iris had possession and they were playing with some speed and fire, they were able to make something happen, or at least throw off the defense just a little bit, to where they started to make some open plays. They made some passes, some shots, and then they just weren't able to keep up with it, and then went straight back to defense because they weren't able to keep possession of the ball on their side.
I'm a little surprised we're not seeing a sub here. It's possible that Iris's fourth player is just not here tonight. Ion Imperial are going to be looking to finish the series here. A pass directly to Panda from GreatHonda, but unable to put it on target. Chase is going to look for the backboard here. Is anybody there? Yes. Luminous is able to clear this. Panda trying to get a touch, but misses. It leaves it for GreatHonda. GreatHonda to the backboard again, but Cognitixn is able to read it. Cognitixn now has possession, looking for a 50. It's going to go across the side of the field. Luminous is there. Another 50 comes out. Panda misses the ball. Probably leaves this for Chase. Chase looking for the ceiling read. Are they able to get it? Chase. Oh my goodness, a great save by Dunny. Chase was trying to put the team on his back there, maybe get the early lead once again. But here we go again. Just Ion Imperial is absolutely peppering their net right now. And Iris is just turtling up, and you don't want that right now. You need to be on pressure.
Saw a double commit come out right there. Could have been really bad right for Iris, but it wasn't wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's not great when you're sitting on match point for the other squad and it falls right below, but no boost for your team, and then you're just stuck out on one side. You got to be able to
Oh
find a
no.
way to keep up the momentum and pressure. And if you're not grabbing boost, you're not going to be able to find it. I think that's 0 boost for the entirety of the Iris side. They're able to make some plays, but they're just not able to maintain possession, and that's going to be the big kicker right there. As GreatHonda looks for another goal.
Cognitixn able to get back in time. Oh, what a great save from Dunny. Chase had the net wide open. Cognitixn's going to pop this up, looking for a teammate. Maybe going to get the shot himself. No, Panda's going to be able to save this away. Luminous misses the touch here, leaves it for Dunny. Dunny puts it to the backboard, but nobody able to commit. I think everybody was out of boost there. Cognitixn gets a weak touch, and Panda's going to be able to clear this easily. GreatHonda looking for his teammate. Chase is there on the side. Great passing play, but Luminous is able to clear this away. Pressure maintaining from Ion Imperial, and we have another shot opportunity coming in. Dunny able to clear it, but just this pressure has been absolutely stifling from Ion Imperial.
They haven't been able to break out at all. They haven't had more than, I think, 15, 20 seconds of offense this entire game. It's been on their half the whole time. They've had very little boost. They've done well to keep it out of their net so far, but just no boost is not going to help you out very far. That one nearly gets through. The bump almost comes out. Luminous able to just mess up the offense just a little bit. Chase goes all the way down. This is going to be another offensive opportunity. And now it's all the way back on your side. You're back to defense. You got to find a way to keep that offensive possession in there. That's a great shot by Pandaliciously, saved away by Dunny. Another one coming by Chase, and great shot. Sitting at a 1-0 lead with 2 minutes remaining. Great offensive pressure.
Eventually, the defense was going to break down. Ion Imperial have just been peppering you with shot after shot after shot. Iris have got to maintain their mental and stay in this. They still have an opportunity. There are 2 minutes left. They can still turn this around and get a goal, but not if Chase is able to get touches like that. Almost drops it down, but it gets put off the sidewall here. Panda now looking for a pinch across to the middle, unable to get it. Chase is there, managing to drop it down. Panda maybe looking for a pass here. It immediately gets challenged. GreatHonda, great pinch. Right down to Panda. Panda pops it up, maybe looking for a teammate. Nobody there. Chase is all the way back. Luminous unable to get the pinch. Dunny's able to get the 50. Maybe they can get another touch here. It's off to the backboard. Anybody can touch it. No. Cognitixn taking control. Flicks it over 1. Gets it over 2. Somehow this ball goes in, and Iris will manage to tie it up.
Yeah, I was thinking that it was a great opportunity there, and Cognitixn finally gets it over 1. Chase just makes a bad read, or a bad side flip right there. Unfortunate for him, and then bumped away for the other defender, not able to get back. Great play by Cognitixn. He's definitely stepped up here in the last few games, trying to make something happen on offense for his team. But we've also seen the same out of Chase. 2 of the strong ones trying to stay alive. That one nearly goes in. They've finally started to work some offensive pressure back here for Iris, and finally things are working out. The 50-50 on the goal line. Chase is just telling you, I've been in the gym, and not able to get it in. Iris is just flabbergasted at how they haven't been able to put one in.
I'm flabbergasted how they weren't able to put that in. That was great stuff coming out from Iris, but unfortunately, just the stronger man wins. Chase was the one in the weight room that time, but we just have to wait and see. Are they going to be able to maintain this? Are they going to be able to take the lead away? And they're immediately there's Chase, but Cognitixn saying, now I've been in the weight room. Ball gets cleared away. Luminous down to Dunny. Dunny maybe a touch off the corner, drops down, but Chase reads it. Has to get a 50 here with Luminous. Luminous is low on boost. Finally picks up 100. Chase off the ceiling, maybe looking for a reset. Unable to get anything. Pandaliciously up for the touch. Panda maybe looking for a pass off the corner here, but Dunny's able to clear it away. Winding down the clock, we have potential overtime here unless Iris are able to get a goal. 3 seconds remaining. 2, 1. It's a shot on target. Panda's able to clear it away. Maybe just trying to drop it. Instead, opts for the pass, and finally the ball will drop down.
Overtime, once again, the tensions have to be strong after those goals go out, and nobody scored right here. Back to the backboard. That's been a strong suit for Ion Imperial. trying to make some plays. Barely gets it around Pandaliciously. Honda's got no boost. He's just trying to mess up the offensive pressure. Chase has been very strong here on both sides of the ball. Not able to work anything right there. Honda's just making light touches, trying to make anything happen. Chase has to get back to the backboard. He's getting messed up on the crossbar. And now Pandaliciously is going to clear it back right there.
Chase putting a ball on target. Luminous is able to clear this. Cognitixn has the boost, pinches it down off the sidewall. Maybe looking for a pass to the middle. Gets a second touch, but Dunny gets demoed in the midfield here, so ball's going to be able to fall away. Well, another 50 coming out of Cognitixn. Can Cognitixn win here? Trying to 50 everybody, but unfortunately just wasn't strong enough to get it cleared out. Luminous to the backboard. Is anybody going to be able to read this? No, it gets cleared out by GreatHonda. A great touch from I believe that was Panda. Ball now falling once again into the half of Ion Imperial. A great clear from Chase. Panda going to try to drop this down. Does he get the shot? That is a fantastic shot from Pandaliciously. And Ion Imperial will be your season 23 rival champions.
I can't believe we're going to brush over that shot that quickly. Wow. Straight off to the backboard, not touching the ceiling at all. If that touches the ceiling, it's not going in. Wow, just goes straight up off to the backboard, drops it ever so slightly in, doesn't even touch the ground. What a play by Chase and Pandaliciously.
That's a heck of a way to end the series. Good. That is very impressive. Just for that, thinking about it, Finals MVP. I feel like I know who you're going to say, but who do you got?
I want to say Pandaliciously, but Chase was so solid the entirety of that series. We saw him generating the plays as well, putting it off the backboard and on defense. He was always the first one up. I think Chase earns it. Pandaliciously is very close second, though, for me.
I'd have to agree with you there. Actually, Chase was solid all series long, on both sides of the field, managing to pass, getting the saves that were required of him, and definitely, absolutely setting up his teammates even when he wasn't getting credit for the assist. So hats off to Chase there. Great series overall. We were, I guess, expecting it to go a little bit longer than that, but Ion Imperial decided no. We're just going to end the series here, give y'all a bit of an early night so we can actually get into the veteran finals, which, whoo boy, if this is any match to go by, I'm not sure what to expect for the veteran final.
I'm excited as well. That was a fantastic matchup. We got to see some aerial plays. We got to see some skills put out there on the field. And with that, we're going to have to take a quick 5-10 minute break, and we'll come back at you with the veteran finals. So don't go anywhere.